Hey guys, Brian Casad here, Spokesmodel for bodybuilding.com. Coming to you straight out of my apartment here in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to take you through a little bit of a video segment here. This one's going to be a little more, straight up in your face, answer a few questions, that type of thing. Talk to you about real life-to-life situations, things that I've gone through recently, stuff that my clients have gone through, that type of thing. Stuff to keep you motivated, stuff to keep you going every single day, keep you on those workouts, keep you on that diet. It's hard. And I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't have it all figured out. There's no way I have it all figured out. I'm just starting in this fitness stuff. And, fitness is my life. And, I live it every single day with my gym and, doing all my workouts and stuff like that. So yes, it is my lifestyle. This is what I love to do. But before this, I was also, starting to get into fitness. I was taking my times during work. Lunchtime, I would go for a run or something like that. I would go for a run for like a mile and a half, and then I'd eat my lunch. I had plenty of time to go run and keep active. I went to extremes of putting a pull-up bar in my office to where every 20 minutes I would get up, do a set of pull-ups, or I'd get down and do some push-ups. You don't have to hold yourself back just because you're sitting at a desk and working a desk job. You can always stand up and move. If somebody stands up to go do a smoke break, say, hey, I'm going to go do some push-ups. I mean, what's your boss going to say? No. I'm pretty sure he'll probably be like, okay, whatever. But let me go into a little more day-to-day life struggles, stuff like that. Recently I was sick for about 3 days. I usually don't get sick for very long. But from being sick, I found that it was partial to me kind of running my body down. I was running my body on full steam ahead. I was busting my ass in my workouts. I wasn't getting much sleep. So part of that, I think it just really ran me down. It really, exhausted me. So let me elaborate on the part of, you need to get that adequate sleep. You must get that at least 7 hours of sleep a night. And I found that out because in the past 3 or 4 days, I've been sleeping a little bit just to try to catch up on it a little bit. And I feel fantastic today. That and I went to King Spa. King Spa is like this huge spa place, and I got a deep tissue massage and stuff like that, which that kind of helped out. So you got to have those relaxing times. And I'll tell you what, I woke up one of the happiest people ever today, and I was, ready to go at it again, excited to get my workouts back, and, ready to just jump back into it head first. But I do gotta say, take time, slow down. This isn't a race. Your life is a marathon. But even though I disagree with running, full marathons because of what it does to your body. But at the same time, it is a marathon. You're in it for a long haul. So just take time, relax, have time for yourself. Do have those rest periods. If you don't give your body a chance to rest, you are going to run yourself down. You're going to end up, in a hole, per se. Anyways, enough about what I've gone through recently. But let's go into one of my clients. One of my clients, Ty, she is my golden nugget, I guess you could say. I've been working with her since July. And she's one of those people where, I wanted to take it slow with her. I could tell we had to take it slow. Because she had never completed a workout series with anybody. She had always started something, but she never finished it. And I always wondered why. She always told me this. I always got into something, but I just never finished it. I've never lost the weight. I've always been heavy. Well, why? That's why I wanted to know why. Well, part of it was, she wasn't teaching herself. She was more like doing something extreme, and then all of a sudden she'd fall back in a hole. Well, that's the biggest problem with people. You do all these extreme diets, you do all these extreme workouts, and these extreme workouts, some of them are decent, but people jump into it head first, and hell, the next day they are just sore and shit, and all of a sudden they can't move. Well, if you can't move, how the hell are you going to work out the next day? I don't think you're going to. To make a long story short, we've been working long and hard. We've been working since July of 2012. And, she's finally gotten her weight down quite a bit. She used to have more of a heavy person's walk. And I told her that in the beginning. I was like, you do have a heavy person's walk, but, what we're going to work on is we're going to get that to where you are moving swiftly. Well, for example, let's go into today. Today was my test for her. Today, we went on a walk. I didn't tell her what we were doing, but one of our goals when we first started was, hey, I'm going to get you to do a 5K. Well, I didn't tell her we were going to do a 5K by any means. But I said, hey, it's a nice day out. Let's go out on the trail. So we went out on the trail, started walking, started talking. She was moving pretty swiftly, but I started picking up my pace a little bit. She was keeping right up. Not a problem in the world. Well, hit about 1.2 miles. I told her, I was like, oh, we're about 1.2 miles. We keep going. Let's just go all the way down here. So we went all the way down there. She didn't think anything of it. She had no idea. Well, we turned around, started heading back. Well, once we hit that 3.2 miles, I turned to her, I said, guess what? You just completed a 5K. I tell you what, that was one of the most gratifying moments in my life to see the look on her face. She screamed in the middle of that trail. I thought people were going to have heart attacks. Hell, I didn't know what was going on. Well, it was fantastic. I started talking to her. I was like, you realize you just completed a 5K. You realize what this means. It's like, now we gotta prepare for a 10K. She's like, oh shit, preparing for a 10K. Well, then we're gonna do a 10K. And I told her after that we're gonna run a 5K, and then we're gonna run a 10K, and so on and so forth. So it's all progressive with her. I'm getting her into these things. She's starting to do it on her own now. She's starting to adapt. That's what I want her to do. That's what I want my clients to do. I don't want them to go extreme. I don't want them to drop this weight all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden they're back at square one. I want them to make it a lifestyle. They're changing their lives for the better. Because with her, if she changes her life, she is going to inspire so many damn people. It's going to be ridiculous. So, to go on with this story, it was so inspirational to see the look on her face and to see how much motivation she had in her after that 5K today, that's exactly what I want to see in everybody else. That's what I want to see you out there. Everybody out there, I want to see that out of you too. If it's not inspiration on Body Space, it's inspiration through Facebook, posting different things. Post your progress. Give us your progress report, stuff like that. But most of all, show progress in yourself. You don't have to measure yourself every single day. Challenge yourself every day. Put a challenge out there. Who cares about the measurements? All we care about is, is your fitness level getting better? Or is your health getting better because you're eating better? Are you feeling better when you wake up every day? That should matter the most. If you just keep it going, keep everything, on track, and, just increase your fitness levels just a little bit more here and there, or, tweak your diet just a little bit here and there. You don't have to do anything extreme, like I said. One thing can lead to another, and then another can lead to another. Just like how I got into it. Boxing's what first got me to lose weight. Well, from there, I started running again. And I'd never been able to run over like freaking, I don't know, 3-4 miles, maybe, if even that. Maybe 2 or 3 miles, I think, when I was heavier. And since I couldn't even run that, I had a problem running a 5K myself without being winded. Boxing got me into doing half marathons. Now I can go out and run a damn half marathon with no problem. Like my last half marathon, I ran it in an hour and 55 minutes. Well, I give that to boxing. I call it my gateway drug of fitness because it was my gateway drug. It helped me lose the weight, but now it got me into something else. Then it got me into something else. Then it got me into buying into the franchise, putting up my own gym, and now I got myself in even better shape because fitness is my lifestyle now. So it's got me to where I got my diet in check. I started looking at different ways to better myself, and I started living the healthy lifestyle. I was living the dream as well as living everything about it. I started eating better. I started working out better. I started, just making healthier choices. Started not drinking as much. That was a big thing. I used to drink a lot when I'd go out on the weekends. Now, I'm comfortable with going out and just having a few drinks and calling it good. So going on that, just keep it going. Make your tweaks here and there. Keep up with whatever you're doing. Don't ever give up. And, just use people around you as inspiration. Don't just use us models as inspiration. Look around you. There's all kinds of people out there that are losing weight. All kinds of people that have stories to tell. That type of thing. Talk to somebody in a gym. Say, hey, how you doing? Where are you at? Do you have any specific goals that you're trying to achieve? Or where did you start at? How have you gotten where you've gotten? Talk to somebody. People are willing to share. I'm willing to share. Send me a message on Facebook. I will answer you. Well, thanks guys for listening. And sorry this was so long, but hopefully it was good.